we are on the Minneapolis St. Paul home tour.
The home tour is an effort on the part of both the cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul, and they're trying to encourage people to come back to the cities, to realize what's happening in the cities.
Karen and I rebuilt our house, and that's why we're on the home tour. We're showing people what you can do, maybe what you shouldn't try.
And we've lived in this neighborhood for over 20 years and really liked it, so we decided to transform our rather small and outdated house into a much more livable space.
And we pretty much took it down to the studs, and including jackhammering the basement floor. Everything's new, but we're in the same neighborhood that we really like.
Well, I think it's nice to help people understand that they can transform their city houses, many of which are older and smaller. And it's also just nice to open up the house, get to know neighbors and people throughout the community who appreciate city living.
Well, it's just the perfect neighborhood, and so we wanted to stay in the city.
And we are here at 1815 Girard Avenue North, which is the block that I have lived on for the last 9 years. This neighbor decided to move last fall, and we had the opportunity to buy the house from her. She had been living on the block for 30 years. The house needed some updates, needed a little bit of care, and so we decided to take on the task and be good stewards of our block and make sure that it got the attention it deserved. The home just north of this one, 1819 Girard, is also on the home tour this year, and that house was renovated by PRG, the Powderhorn Residence Group. So since I kind of knew about the home tour, I knew some people that were involved. They caught wind of what we were doing here in this house and thought it would be kind of cool to have two houses side by side on the home tour.
I'm Ryan LeGros, and Terri and I just recently purchased this house. Our first guest here was a previous owner of this home.
We bought the house in 1974 and then sold in 2005. They've done a wonderful job, and it's like starting on a new owners, new family, and I hope they enjoy it as much as we did.
The house was real attractive to us, primarily because of its location. Both of us are close to work. We are first-time home buyers, so it was really a good opportunity for us to find a home in our price range and in a good neighborhood. Terri and I went through a home ownership class that was put on by NHS, or Neighborhood Housing Services, and it was at that class that we learned about PRG. They had a representative there that talked about the renovations they're doing on different homes that have been foreclosed on in North Minneapolis. The construction work is second to none. Everything is green, energy efficient. And then working with them on a one-on-one basis was really smooth. This home tour is kind of giving back to PRG a little bit and letting people know about them and the work they're doing.
We've just kind of gotten into what happens here in the neighborhood in Old Highland, which is a lot of really proactive neighbors who get involved. We're joining forces and helping to really bring back the revitalization of the neighborhood.
I wanted to be on the home tour to show people that you can have art in a 50s Rambler and really enjoy living with art.
And we're encouraging folks to buy art and see the art that's taking place in Northeast. And people have said, well, how do you do it? And I say, buy the art you like. And they say, well, is it of any value? And I say, well, if you want a Picasso or a Justin Pollock, go out and buy one. One of the works in our house will be worth more than the house and all the other art in this house, but it will be 30 years from now. Can I tell you which one? No. In Northeast Minneapolis, the art activity is so strong. We are on the highest point, or near the highest point, in the metropolitan area, and from here everything rolls downhill.
This section right here is all Ramblers, but there are many different kinds of houses in Northeast, and a variety of ages. When we came here 30 years ago, we were the young family on the block, and now we have neighbors that look at us as second grandparents.
We live in an old 1907 house here, 3 stories, and we're getting to the age where we needed a flat, but we didn't want to move out of our neighborhood or away from our garden. So we turned our first floor into a complete flat with a bedroom and a bathroom, laundry facilities, and a new kitchen. And we're really pleased with it.
The view from the living room is wonderful. We can see all the way to downtown.
I think it's a nice opportunity for people to move around and see. I think we've done it in the past, and I think it's a great way to look and see how other people have dealt with problems similar to ours and how they've been able to modify their homes and get a lot of ideas from people that have done things to their house, and I think we've benefited from that. And we get to meet a lot of nice folks.